Hi, it's LeJanaro back with another video. I would like to say welcome to all of my subscribers. Thank you, new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. And also thank you for all the subscribers who keep coming back every time I post a new video. So today, this is it, guys. I'm retiring Simplicity 9337, at least for the time being. But as I stated in the video where I made view A, the top, that I was also going to record myself making view C, the pants, and I'm making it out of the same fabric. This is a Liverpool knit that I got from Fine Fabrics. And again, making view C, the pants, only design changes that I'm making. I'm using a regular pocket instead of the pockets on the front. And I'm not adding a drawstring. I'm just adding elastic to the waistband. So let's get started. Alright, so let's talk about view C and the pieces you're going to need to cut. So I have piece number 10, which is my casing. I had to use a different color fabric because I ran out of fabric. I cut 3 yards for both the top and the bottom, and I probably should have cut at least 3.5 yards, or got at least 3.5 yards. The other pattern piece you're going to need is piece number 12, your leg band. You should cut 2 of your casing as well as 2 of your leg bands. For pockets, I'm using a pocket pattern from a different pattern because I don't like the pockets on the actual pattern. So if you're going to do like me and use a different type of pocket, you cut 4 pieces of your pocket. And you have piece number 7, which is your front pant leg, and piece number 9, which is your back pant leg, and you cut 2 of those. So I always like to mark my back pant legs, so I'll know the difference between my front and back for when I get ready to add these pockets to it. So I need to find a pin. And I just like to mark a X or something on the pant, on the wrong side of my back pant leg. And that just lets me know the difference between the front and the back. Right, so I'm going to set my pocket aside. And I'm going to take my leg bands. You should have cut 2. And you are going to take them and you want to separate them because you need 2. You got 2 legs. Fold them in half, right sides facing. Right? You're folding the 2 shorter edges together. You should have a notch and you pin down that side, starting at your notch. Alright, you'll take them to the sewing machine and you'll sew down the shorter edges. Right, then piece number 10, your casing. You should have 2 pieces and you're going to place these 2 pieces with right sides facing. You don't separate them. And you pin the shorter edge on both ends because you're going to end up with a tube. Right? So you pin that shorter edge and you pin the other shorter edge, right sides facing. Take it to the sewing machine, you'll sew down that edge and you'll sew down this edge as well. Right? Now your pant legs. You should have 2 front and 2 back. May have to move my camera out a little bit so you can see a little better. These are my 2 front pieces. I have the right side facing up. I'll check my camera angle in just a second. Right, but these are my 2 front pieces. I have them with the right side facing up. Check my camera angle. All right, there we go. So now take your 2 back pieces and you're going to match them up at the crotch. All right, so grab your 2 back pieces and you're going to place them with right sides facing with your front leg. So 1 front leg and 1 back leg, right sides facing. Right? So that's 1. You have a notch here. Start pinning at your notch. This is the other front leg and this is the other back leg. Place them with right sides facing. Find your notch and start pinning. And I'm going to set 1 aside and work on 1. So what you're going to do after you pin at your notch, you're going to pin from the crotch all the way down the leg. And you're going to do the same thing to the other front and back leg pieces. Make sure I got them lined up nice and neat. Use as many pins as you need to. I'm going to pin the other pant legs the same way. So remember, you take one front leg and one back leg, place them with right sides facing, start pinning at the notch by your crotch. So you'll pin from here all the way down, and then you'll sew from here all the way down on both sets of pant legs. So I'm going to take everything to the sewing machine and sew. Alright, so here is one set of pant legs, front and back, sewn together from the crotch all the way down the leg. So I'm going to open them up so that the right side is facing up. Right. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright, so like I mentioned, I'm doing the pockets differently, right? Right. So this seam right here in the center is your crotch seam. So you're putting your pockets on the other side, right? So you should have two pockets. You should have your front and your back pant leg with the right side facing up. Take one of your pockets and you're going to place it with right sides facing. And you're placing it all the way at the top where your waistband is going to be. You're lining it up with the top of your waistband or your waist. And you pin. Right. Take your other pocket and add it to the other side the same way. Right sides facing. Line it up with the waist. And pin. Right, you're going to take it to the sewing machine and just sew your pockets to your pant legs. Once you get them sewn, you open them up, and then I just like to kind of top stitch, right? Just so my pant leg is not, so my pocket, sorry, is not kind of flapping all over the place and doesn't look funny. So once I sew it together, I flip it over and then I do some understitching on the pocket. All right. Alright, so now that I have my pockets added, this is one front and back pant leg. This is the crotch. I'm going to take the other front and back pant legs and I'm going to place them with right sides facing and start pinning at the crotch area with right sides facing. You do have some notches, so find your notches. I'm just lining up my crotch here first. But you should definitely find your notches. You should have 3 notches on one side and then 2 notches on the other side. Right, you're going to continue to pin. Once you finish pinning, you're going to sew. Right, so you're going to take this to the sewing machine and you are going to sew from the top all the way around to the other side, and you're sewing your crotch seam together. Alright, so I have my crotch seam sewn all the way around, and I'm sorry, I thought I hit record, and when I got finished sewing I hit the record button and it had just started recording. So I didn't record this part of it, but you just take it and sew it all the way around. So now you're going to open it up. So take one side, open it up, right? And then take the other side and finish opening it up. So you have your front and back pant legs here with your pockets. Take one side and you're going to place it on the other side with the right sides facing this way, right? And now it looks like pants. All right, so first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to line it up here at the top at my pockets. Bring this down so you can see. Right, gonna line it up here at my pockets, and I'm just placing some pins where I'm lining my 2 pockets up. Right. So the top of my pocket and the bottom of my pocket. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Right. Once you do that, get your pocket squared away. You're going to pin all the way down the rest of your leg, all right? And you're going to do this on both sides of your pants. Then I'll talk about how we're going to sew this together. All right, so how you're going to sew this, go ahead and pin the rest of your pocket together. Everything is right sides facing. And what we do to this side, we're going to do to the other side. Oh, come here, pin. Alright, so what you're going to do, you're going to start at the top and you're going to sew down about 1.5 inches. Alright, Then you're going to leave this opening here. You're going to come down about 1.5 inches of the bottom of your pocket and sew from here all the way down the rest of your pant leg, right? So at the top of your pocket here, you're going to sew about 1.5 inches down. Then you'll stop, and then you'll come down here about 1.5 inches and sew here all the way down your pant leg, and then you sew your pocket together. So then I'll come back up and I'll sew here and all the way around my pocket. All right. Alright, so here are my pants. If you recall earlier, I marked my back pant legs. So now I'm going to take my pocket and I'm going to take both pockets and pin them towards the front. That's why I marked my back pant leg, so I would know the difference between the front and the back pant leg, because I'm doing these different pockets. So just going to pin my pockets towards the front. That way when I put my pants on, I'll know the front from the back. Trust me, I have a hard time with this. Right, so my pockets are pinned to the front, my two front pant legs. Now let's turn our pants to the right side. Right, I got my pockets pinned where they need to be pinned. Going towards the front. Right, so this is the front. My pockets are coming this way. So first thing I'm going to show you is one of the leg bands. So this is my leg. This is one of my leg bands. So when you sew your leg bands together, you sew down that edge, you fold them in half with the wrong side spacing, give them a good press. All right, now you should have some notches. You should have one notch on your pant leg, and you should have a notch on your leg band. All right, so kind of just gonna scrunch up my leg, stick it through my leg band. Right, find my notch, my leg band, and my notch on my leg, and pin. Right, and then you'll pull and stretch and pin the rest of this together. Right, you'll pin all the way around, and you'll have 3 layers. Your leg band will have 3 layers, and then your leg is 1 layer. Do the other leg and leg bands the same way. All right, And then when you take it to the sewing machine, you just sew it together. Do the other leg the same way. Right? So now do the same thing with your casing or your waistband. Right? Making sure my pockets are still going towards the front. They are. Scrunch it up. Place it through my casing here. You should have some notches on your casings and some notchings on your pants, front and back. Line up those notches. You can line up the side seams and then continue to pin around. All right. Make sure your pocket is still going towards the front. And this is going to be thick. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. All right. Once you finish pinning, I always, when I get ready to sew, I always leave an opening in my casing. That way I can add my elastic. All right. So don't sew your casing all the way up. So this is, I always do it in the back. So I'll start at one pin and sew all the way around my casing, and then I'll have this little opening here to insert my elastic. So I'm just going to pin this up and then take it to the sewing machine and sew. Alright, so I left an opening here. So all I'm going to do is take my bodkin and elastic and I'm going to weave it through the casing, not the pants, but the casing. I'll try to do this on camera, but I have to move the pants so much to get the elastic through. Doesn't always work out well. And my battery is dying on my camera, so we'll see if I can get this done. If you don't have a bodkin, you can use a safety pin. But since I started using a bodkin, I realized how much easier it is to get elastic through anything, especially scrunchies. See, I'm already on the other side. I hope you can see it. Like I said, I always have to move the pants so much. All right. So my elastic is all the way through. I just have to now make sure it's straight, so when I get ready to sew it together, it's not twisted. And also trying to make sure it's even. So I'll do that. And then I'm just going to take my ends of my elastic, line them up, one piece on top of the other. Then I'll do a zigzag stitch, and then I'll sew up the opening that I left in my pants. Alright guys, here are the pants. They are all done. Because I did so many versions of this pattern, I'm going to take photos in all 4 of them. I made 4 different outfits. Gonna take photos in all 4 of them. You've seen one of them, you've seen the pink one. But I'm gonna take photos, and I'm going to try to do, you know, video and different things like that to show you each one and talk about how I like sewing each outfit. I'll do that in a separate video, but yeah, here are the finished pants. I actually like that different waistband on them. I think it's cute. I probably should have did the same color in the leg bands as well, and then on the lower band and the arm bands and the, it doesn't matter. I didn't do it, so it doesn't matter. But the you know, the accent different color block would have looked good on the top and the bottom, because it would have gave some separation from the print. But anyway, I like them just the way they are. But yeah, I'll do a separate video with all 4 of the outfits I made. I can't wait to see what the money one looks like on and in photos. That's going to be a trip. But yeah, here are the finished pants. So that is it. It's kind of bittersweet, y'all. I really got my money's worth out of this Simplicity 9337. I'll tell you what. Only other pattern I think I've made that much is the pants that I have cut out. I can't think. 8378, I think. Simplicity 8378. I made those pants a number of times. And then there was a McCall's cardigan pattern or jacket pattern. It had the peplum bottom to it. Can't think of what the name of it is. It's out of print, but I'll if I remember, I'll link it in the description box below. Probably can find it on Etsy or something like that, eBay something. But it was a really cute jacket pattern. As a matter of fact, that Crafty Gemini video that I linked in the description when I did the top, and I was telling you all that she did, I like how she does the flat method on the sleeves. That's the McCall's pattern that she's doing in the video. That's about the only other pattern that has been in heavy rotation as much as this Simplicity 9337. So I have made 4 versions of it. I still need to get outside and take some photos. I will do a video showing you guys all the different versions of it that I made. I like them because you can mix and match. These are the pants. I showed them to you at the end of the video. I had to make a different color waistband because I ran out of fabric. But the top is here as well. I'm gonna take photos in them together. But if I wanted to, I could wear my top with, excuse me, jeans. You can't really tell in the video, but oh, there we go. Yep. I could wear this top with jeans, just mix and match a skirt, different things like that. So even though it's, you know, presented as a jogger set, you can definitely mix and match these pieces with different things. You can wear t-shirts with this, graphic tees, have a whole lot of stuff going on. You can do some, you can mix some prints, all kind of stuff. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed this pattern. As you can probably tell. I enjoyed making the pattern. It's super simple, easy sew. I do recommend it for beginners, all sewing levels, especially beginners. Once you get the hang of it, I think you could, you know, journey into making other things. So yeah, so I have at least 4 outfits for the fall and winter months. I do, of course, have the sweaters and things that I made in earlier videos. I have to take photos of those as well. It's so hard to get outside and take photos, y'all. Funny story. The poncho that I made and did the video, if you haven't seen it, I'll link it in the description box below. I was outside taking photos and somebody came out and they were walking their dog and all I heard was this big dog barking. I don't think he was on a leash. Y'all should have seen me grabbing my camera stand and getting back over here to my apartment. Yeah, I didn't even look back. I was like, okay, sound like he running down those stairs, not on a leash. He sounded like a huge dog. Yeah, people, I don't have animals. I had animals when I was younger and they all died tragically. So that's why I don't have animals as adults. But anyway, you have people that have big dogs and they're walking them and they're okay. They're friendly. And I'm like, what? That's me. Like, wow, just please don't jump on. Anyway, so yes, really did enjoy making this pattern. I will eventually get outside and take some photos so you all can see what each version looks like. I'm very excited to show you guys the one I made out of the money fabric. I haven't even put it on myself, so I don't even know what it looks like. Hopefully it's really cute together. If not, again, you can mix and match. You can wear the top with a different bottom. You can wear a t-shirt or another sweater with the joggers. I feel like I'm rambling. Anyway, any questions for me, put them in the comments below. I think that's all I needed to tell you. Still haven't looked at the instructions, so I can't tell you whether the instructions are good or not, because I just never looked at them. I just went off the top of my head in making it. It was, to me, easy to put together. So if you have any questions, definitely put them in the comments, and I will try my best to answer them. I think that's it. So, question of the day. Let's see. Which talent would you most like to have? Which talent would you most like to have? I want to know how to sing. I would love, see, I can dance already, but if I could, sing and dance and act, that'd be a triple threat. But I can carry a tune, but I can't like belt out stuff, hit high notes and my voice will start cracking, so I have to keep it low. But yeah, I would like to know how to sing, right? Really well. In my mind, in the shower, in the car, when I'm in here by myself, I think I sound amazing. Y'all seen those TikTok videos where they say this is how you think you sound and how you really sound? Yeah. But let me know in the comments, what talent would you most like to have and how would you use it? So thank you again for watching. If you like this video, click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I post a new video, and I'll see you in the next one.